Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Lord Forwind, here in Europa Universalist 4, playing as Muscovy. Hopefully we'll get Russia soon. So last video I went on quite a bit of a rampage, conquering most of the nomadic hordes, to be honest. So probably I'm going to be spending a lot of the video trying to recover from the amount of land I have conquered and now have to core. We are also getting... Whoa, that was... Sorry, I just hit my own volume key. We are getting closer and closer to adopting colonialism. Luckily, we seem to be doing an England strategy about it and confining it mainly to Russia for the time being. Nowhere else seems to be getting it. We keep losing and gaining this trading in fur. Interesting. Civil War, how lovely. I really do want to try and get Russia this video. We've got 2 techs to go. I should be able to do it because most of the rest of Europe has already hit Tech 10, so I'm actually a little bit behind. It's going to take a bit of work. The problem is I have to keep also coring these provinces. I guess I need to stop conquering things for a minute. I'm actually amazed how much I actually managed to conquer last video. And more importantly, do it all without major challenge. We are also trying to get improved relations with Poland. And of course keep our dynasty on their throne for the free monarch points. And we have a coalition, so we are pretty much dead at this point. Yeah. Look at that. Coalition. We are outnumbered 3-1. Let's see what they want if we surrender. They want me to release Perm and the Golden Horde. I think I will willingly release Perm, although not too willingly, but I will release Perm. There's no way I can win this war, and if they fight it, I'm going to lose even more land. I don't want Pskov, though. I want provinces that no one else can get to, ideally. Riga... can't do Pskov. What else can I release here safely? I don't want to release Estonia. I can release them. This is going to be one heck of a setback, though. Oh, I hate this. I guess I went too far too fast. Look at that. They're demanding 100% war score release. Well, they don't demand 100 there, but they demand I release the Golden Horde, which I do not want to do. Or the Great Horde, I guess, technically. Well, that really messes me all up, doesn't it? I'll release that and pay gold. So, that is a shame. I'm not going to even try and fight that war. I can't beat the Ottomans at this point. And the fact that they suddenly discovered I existed is very frustrating. Because they didn't know I existed before that. Speaking of wars, though, I might just break this truce and attack some of these guys. I don't know. I really don't want them to build up any military before I get around to conquering them. Luckily, I got to keep most of my recently conquered provinces. They are going to be pretty easy to kill. I could actually just outright vassal these 2 again. Shame, though. It's a bit rough. At least they can't form a coalition against me for a while. So there's that. I'm going to rival the Ottomans now because they were out to get me and Poland betrayed my alliance, of course. Cowardly Poles. Anyone I can ally would be nice at this point. Castile does not have Aragon. Not going to be able to get Austria. Can't get Bohemia. There's really no other powerful nations in Europe other than France and the Ottomans and me. Everyone else is kind of weak, sadly. Okay, well, that is a certainly disappointing start to this video. Let's might as well vassalize Blue Zero here or whatever. Actually, I might as well just vassalize both of them if I can get away with it. Does that still allow me to form Russia? Yes, it does, which is important. How frustrating. Instantly coalitioned. Well, all of these provinces here are very easily reconquerable, and I'll be able to do that in like 14 years. I think I'll vassalize these guys. I think I'll try and vassalize these as well if I get the chance. Quazim is a joke. I'll be able to kill them with no trouble in a while. Though they are Orthodox though, so I won't be able to declare a holy war. And now we have Great Horde Rebels. This is not going well. I was a little too greedy last video, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna fortify Riga. Come on. There we go. Good armies. Group up. Allow me to kill these rebels. Oops. Can't let him get away. I'm going to do the last military one here. So now I have the attrition. So now I could fight another war if I had to. Against like the Ottomans and stuff. There, they want an alliance. Good, 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 good. How good relations do I actually have to have with them? How much will they give me already? I probably need to raise relations about 10 or more. We'll see. Okay, at least we got our new ruler on the throne, which will be good. Hopefully we'll get an heir fairly soon. Really could use a good heir. Let's move out of there. We will... You know, it might actually be worth keeping these nations around and vassalizing them later. I don't have any other allies I can do. Yeah, matters beyond our control. We won't try and raid in the Cossacks, not against people we're going to conquer later. Belarus has... I have no idea how you say that name, so... Oh, wow, that's taking a while to convert that province, isn't it? Must be a good-sized army. Yeah, well... We actually can't vassalize these people. Shoot, that is a problem. I may, in fact, have to now break the alliance with them. Okay, let's dissolve the alliance with them. I'm going to have to wait for 51 for the ability to attack them, so I can at least get some claims on their provinces. Speaking of Perm, I'm going to have to fight them as well. It's not good. Luckily they're Orthodox though, so I don't have to deal with the Muslims really caring if I conquer them. 400 to get that next level, the next institution I mean. Getting closer and closer. Oh, it finally got out of Europe though, so it's spreading out of England. Yeah, I think I saw that at the end of the last video. It got away and was elsewhere. That really sucks, that big of a setback. It was a good amount of land I lost. I'm really tempted to break the alliance and attack the Perm again. They all really hate me though, it's funny. They are under attack by Bukhara. Actually, that's fine. If Bukhara attacks them, I can always counterattack Bukhara and try and beat them up. Still, hate seeing lands I controlled fall into their control. I'm going to actually complete this idea tree first, and then I will deal with getting the next institution. There we go. Now that's another thing I want to consider doing, which is spending some of diplomatic power to convert this culture. I don't want to hit the Russians, ideally. I just want to hit the non-Russian cultures, which is going to be a bit tricky. Specifically, I'd like to get rid of the Latvian and Estonian culture, so I don't have to deal with that again. But it looks like I got a long way to go. Fair enough. I do have holy wars against everybody around me, though, which is nice. I really wish I had somebody I could get in alliance against the Ottomans. Did Persia join me in that war, or did they betray me too? They refused to join the war. They betrayed me as well. Great. No wonder I was in trouble. Both of my allies betrayed me. Do I have any rebel factions, actually? I do have a handful, don't I? Any chance I can raise autonomy? I can. Good. That solves most of my issues, and now it's just a matter of waiting and catching up in tech and waiting for this silly truce to expire. That was a really bad defeat. And there's nothing I could do about it. I had to surrender immediately. I find if you can surrender almost immediately during those wars, usually you can get away without giving up as much land as you would normally. Sad part is that was still a lot of land I lost. Well, let's get some more claims going. Luckily I can attack these people at the same time I can attack these people. Great. I was hoping that would work out a bit better. Perm should be easily killable though. The shame is I don't know how I would ever hope to have the Ottomans not be as mad at me. I think they're just going to hate me till the end of time. See, the problem is I bet the Ottomans, yeah, are way ahead in military tech. That was why they felt confident enough attacking me. I'm lucky they didn't hit level 12 military tech, because that would have been a worse defeat. I just figured I didn't want to waste all my manpower fighting a war that I couldn't really win. I probably should have tried fighting it, you know. 3-to-1 odds, though, are really bad at this point. I don't get claims on all those provinces. Oops. More culture to convert? Yeah. I want to try and convert as much of this culture as I can. Hopefully that will stop any more hordes arising from another defeat if I have one. That and getting rid of the Estonian, Latvian culture would be really useful. No chance I can get Persia back on my side, is there? Maybe if I could get a positive relation with them. I'm going to side with the clergy over the merchants, because of the admin power. Keep converting away. Well, that's... Ooh, we got some good advisors there. That guy's the same, almost the same cost as a level 2 advisor. And he's a level 3. So, well, as much as that defeat was absolutely terrible, we're still going to be able to rebuild fairly quickly. If I could pick up Persia as an ally again, I'd feel a bit more safer. But that whole fight was really just the Ottomans throwing their weight around, as they are quite prone to do. Would they just beat up? Oh, they just beat up Persia a bit. See, this is what happens, Persia, when you abandon your allies. Sometimes you get killed afterwards. Bashkira here has fought Bukhara to a standstill. That's amazing, actually. Wow. A brand new release nation managed to fight them to a standstill. I wish there was a way to make truce timers run out faster. That's what I wish. That, or there's a way to reduce this chance of these rebels keeping rising up. I don't think I can lower autonomy again. Oh, I can. Well, I will happily do that to avoid another rebellion. We need, a couple hundred more admin power and we should be all set. I know it's kind of boring watching me try and culture convert, but hopefully it will solve some problems in the long run. And I don't think I become tolerated of them if I form Russia anyway. Or tolerant, not tolerant of. Did they actually? They took land from Bukhara. That's amazing. And now it's Perm versus these guys. We'll see who wins. I think it's going to be Perm, to be honest. But I will have to try and kill them off. What happened in Poland there? Saxony? No. Somebody else got that. The Ming are now my rival. Of course they are. Well, it's amazing how when things go wrong, things start to go very wrong. And it's probably because I don't have a massive military like I should. "51, 5 more years, then all these nations are dead." Actually, I could probably vassalize, and I vassalized them. I could probably annex them pretty soon too. I think I can annex them while there's a truce, right? Yes, I can. So that'll be a move I'll probably do. Continue eliminating non-Russian cultures. Speaking of Russian cultures, what are we looking at for them? So, essentially we've got a long way to go. Oh, what is that? We have military, yay. I've got to convert all this, essentially. I don't think I'm going to do much with the patriarchs, though, if I can avoid it. I know I can consecrate them, and that does some stuff, but it does increase state maintenance a little bit. Let us form Russia. Let me... I'll do Declaration of Indulgence. Might as well. And then I will form Russia. And I am going to abandon my traditions and go with the Russian ones because of how strong they are. Can make St. Petersburg the capital, but costs too much money. We'll do the Russian Patriarch. And next idea, I don't know. Let's look at what we got. We got national manpower, quick creation cost, aggressive expansion, colonies, artillery combat and cost, force limit size, then reduced corruption, reduced advisor cost, bonus army tradition, and then morale and fire damage with yearly legitimacy if we finish. And if I could do influence, which would be reduced aggressive expansion. Or I could just go straight into quantity. I think I'm just going to straight quantity. Because already we have a massive force land limit. And hopefully that means I'll be able to compete with the Ottomans to some degree. I could strengthen my armies that I have a bit, but I couldn't really afford to raise a new one. And that is a bit of an issue because I really could use a large army, a much larger one than I have at the moment. I can make some more states though. Let's do that. That might solve some of my issues. Oh yeah, I can make lots of states. You're worth making a state. You're not worth making a state offhand. You're not either, really. You were worth it. You're not worth it. Actually, these provinces over here are probably worth it. Yeah, a little bit more expensive than I'd like, but because I will have to spend money to make them cores, but they're still good. You're not worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're going to be worth it in the long run. Definitely worth it. Let's do Crimea itself. Yeah, I can't really do it all yet though, so not worth it. Not really worth it. Not worth it at all. It's amazing how bad land Russia ends up with. Might as well do these ones up here a bit. I get a bonus to states because I'm now a Tsardom, or however that all works out. How many more states can I even do? Wow, I can do a lot more. We'll get Nogai. Anyone else? Astrakhan. Let's do that because we're at some point we should accumulate the rest of that land. And wow, did we just core a lot of land, and boy, our states are really unhappy with us. The boyars want land. Everybody wants land. Of course they do. I'll give that to the boyars. That should help quite a bit. Well, only 2%. How is that doing? Is that enough for them? One more. I don't want to give them Novgorod. Don't want to give them that. Don't want to give them that. I'll give them that. That should keep them happy. Now for the crazy clergy. This is of course contingent on the fact that I actually have enough land to give them. With the amount of states I just ended, that might not be possible. Another one? Oh, yay. The majority of my lands are going to be controlled by states at the end of this. I think I overdid it a little bit. I'll deal with it. So let's see what our force limit is going to be. 112. Okay. And our income is shot. Of course it is. But I do have another diplomat, so I can try and move to annex them in the meantime. Royal marriage offer from Poland. Thank you very much. That's nice. I'm just going to go for a little bit longer and then I will stop. I know I've gone over a little bit, but considering how bad a video this was, I mean, and I had a major setback. I don't really want to end it on that note. I'd like to rebuild to a position where I feel safe about ending. I'm afraid that I may have to be pretty much on my own to deal with the Ottomans. I mean, maybe Poland, Lithuania can be trusted, but loss of Persia really hurts. And now I'm losing stability. Great. Part of the reason I'm in debt right now is because of the increased cost of state maintenance, in case anyone's curious. These guys beat Perm in a war too. Actually, I can now do fabricate claim on areas, which is really neat. It's the new Tsardom mechanic, and that will allow me to regain land a lot faster than, actually probably faster than what I lost it at. I wonder, do I get a claim on all the provinces, or how does that work? I get a lot of them. I get a permanent claim on the steppes. Speaking of steppes, actually I can't even reach the steppes. That is a shame. Oh, I'm definitely not going to get that colonized, the east coast of Russia, by 1600. Definitely not. The only way I can see of doing it is actually conquering it, not colonizing. Oops, we have a revolt. You should be able to take care of it if they can't. I'm getting seriously concerned about that money bleed, though. Slowly losing cash that I really do need. Okay, well, let's at least annex you. Can fairly safely do that. I'll also try and clean up some more of this culture issues. That's expensive. I'll wait, I guess. I can always come back to doing that. I've lost the 10% cheaper, so it's going to take a while. Demand Cossacks brought to justice. They don't care. Of course they don't. They never do. I'm going to need to get a claim on these guys, though. And I can attack them next year. So, printing press has fired. I think actually that'll be a good stopping point then. Oldenburg, we're going to barely grow it in our capital. Yeah, it's going to be a while. But that will be it for this video. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all next video. So, sorry about not fighting that war, but I due to experience, I know I couldn't not have won that video. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.